No, 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 no.
No, you stand up.
Hi friends,
Be
this
louder when you speak.
is Madan Mohan Ambedkar. We are here today to discuss a topic of a note ban and demonetization. Well, as we all know, note ban occurred on 8th of November 2016 and it was effective from 9th of November 2016. Right? The main purpose of the demonetization was, or the note ban was, to curb black money. Black money means the unaccounted cash that fills an Indian economy, and to have a purpose, like to have a better GDP and a better economy in whole. So, however, it was a good cause, but the
Sorry to
process
interrupt. Everyone has to speak
the
only for
process
5
in which
minutes.
the process in which it was done, it was not in an effective manner. First of all, India is a cash ratio is very high, like it's 13%. That means the total cash transactions is very high as compared to other economies. Secondly, uh, like about 81% of Indian economy, the transactions happen in cash, right? And above all, the most important part is the demonetization occurred after demonetization, right? But 45%, more than 45% of Indian cash was of 500 rupee notes, and 39% was of 1000 rupee notes. Okay, so the demonetization occurred, but the stock amount to fill in cash of 100 rupee notes was very low, and it happened in the time when marriage season was there, right? So it was very difficult to manage all these positions, all these marriage functions with this amount of cash. You know how much costly it is nowadays. And second thing is the daily wages which were there at that point of time during demonetization were not getting the payment because the transactions was not happening. The cash amount of 2000 initially, so they suffered a lot. And thirdly, I believe demonetization could have been good cause, but the IT infrastructure for that should have been laid out earlier in where it was, so that this would happen, so that the villagers or the persons who belong to very remote areas of Indian society should not lag in this discipline. Right? So I believe that it could have been better with a good IT infrastructure and a good India's democratic country. So with better information and better layout, it could have been better situated in a better way. The demonetization as well as demonetization, both of them.
Okay, thank you. She can start.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about note ban and demonetization. Note ban was suddenly announced by our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji in the midst of the night. So it was a bit of surprise for the stakeholders who do not pay money, means tax for their money. It is mainly done to stop the black money, because black money affects our Indian economy. Black money is the money that we don't pay tax. Okay, many of the bureaucrats and the builders or something, they keep their money in the accumulated manner and do not pay tax. That's why we suffer a lot for this black money. Many of the our country has suffered a lot for the black money, and suddenly our PM has announced that rupees 500 and 1000 rupees will be banned for some time. That according to me, it helped a lot, because we were able to catch the culprits who don't pay tax. We have seen in many instances in news and also in many medias that various many people have left their bag full of money in train or something, so that they can escape from this process. And after one day, I accept that we felt problem for few days or few hours, but it was in favor of our country and in favor of our economy. So according to me, note ban is 100% correct step that our government has done, and we have seen in media that although people have suffered for a few weeks or few days, but they have supported this mission a lot, and they have also accepted the new money that we are getting nowadays, that is of 500 and 2000 notes. And we can say that the money that we are first of all we were using, that is 500 and 1000 rupees, were that paper was borrowed from the other countries, but nowadays the paper that is used in 500 and 2000 notes are Indian, and there are various safety measures are taken for this paper to be built, so that that cannot be hidden or they cannot be kept somewhere. And so I think this note ban and remonetization will help in the growth of Indian economy, and it will be a threat to the people who don't pay tax, and in short they are eating away the money of the country. So I think note ban is the best step that our government has taken, and I also support Narendra Modi ji for this wonderful opportunity.
Great, good. Good afternoon, everyone. And thanks for giving me the. Sorry to interrupt. It's a group discussion, so interrupt. Look at eyes. Eye-to-eye contact is very important with each other. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak about the topic note ban and remonetization. Demonetization is what you say, clearing out the old money and giving birth to a new kind of currency. It's not the new kind of notes. Today, when demonetization came into existence, we got the news later on that it was what do you say, mix information and giving and this came into force when the legal head of Anil Ambani advised this plan to Narendra Modi ji. This happened because, and I would also support this one, because as even though we had great difficulty during that times, you have said that about the marriage season and all. Yes, but we have during that time we also had that paying to debit cards and all. So it wasn't that much of problem. Yeah, some were taking cash in hand and all, but there was, but it was the mentality of people that we need that money, we need and all that. But it wasn't that difficult. If we had been stable, people become panic, and India being a country which is politically dominated, this threatened the political leaders. That how if these notes will be if these notes will not work, how will they turn out this money into a useful manner? So they tried to destroy them, and that wouldn't affect them, but it affected the country. It affected the economy of India. And if you see, it has been a great advantage. So because now we are able to pay taxes, they are even paying taxes. They can't cheat with the economy. And but instead of destroying this money, the government would have made a separate account which this money would have been deposited and used for the welfare, such as we see during that time we had the surgical strikes and all. It can be used for the army people, giving them bulletproof jackets, and we would have used them. But instead that money was destroyed.